You are back at the villa, kicking off your sandals, and you open your banking app out of habit. The balance is wrong. It is wrong by about $2,000. Some standalone machine on a side street in Kuta, you cannot even remember which one, had a skimmer wedged into the card slot, and your account has been quietly emptied while you were at dinner. That is the worst version. The everyday version is smaller and still ugly. Around 6.5% shaved off every withdrawal, on top of a card your bank just froze on day 2. Both are avoidable. The fix is which machines you use, one button you never press, and one phone call you make before you fly. None of it takes more than 5 minutes. Most people walk up to this thinking it's a fee problem. It isn't. It's a machine selection problem, dressed up to look like a fee problem. The fees and the screens and the conversion prompts are all downstream of one thing. Which box on which wall you decided to put your card into. Pick the right box, and most of what people complain about quietly disappears. Pick the wrong one, and no amount of clever button pressing saves you. So before we talk moves, here's what's actually happening underneath. The wrong mental model is that an ATM is an ATM. They're all just cash machines, so you use whichever one is closest to your dinner. In Indonesia, that isn't true. There are roughly 2 species of machine on the street. One is a real bank ATM, bolted to the wall of an actual BCA, BNI, Mandiri, or BRI branch, or sitting inside a mall. The other is a standalone box on a side street in a tourist area, often with no bank name on it, sometimes with a hand-painted sign. To your card, those look identical. To your bank account, they aren't. The standalone boxes are where the high surcharges live, up to 100,000 rupees per withdrawal, sometimes 6.5% of what you're pulling out. They're also where skimming hardware shows up most. The bank branch machines are usually cheaper, often free on their end, and far less likely to have a stranger's electronics jammed into the card slot. Same card, same screen prompts, very different outcomes. The choice is the fix. 6 steps. None of them takes more than a minute once you know it. Step 1. Call your bank before you fly. Tell them the dates and the country. Ask them to flag your card for Indonesia, and while you've got them on the phone, ask them to raise your daily withdrawal limit. Skip this, and your card gets frozen on day 2 when an ATM in Bali tries to push through a charge your bank thinks is fraud. You'll be standing on a sidewalk with a useless piece of plastic on hold to a call center on the other side of the world. Step 2. Make your first withdrawal at the airport, inside the terminal. Ngurah Rai in Bali, Soekarno-Hatta in Jakarta. The machines inside the terminal are bank-branded and well-lit, and you walk out with cash in hand instead of needing to find an ATM in the dark on your first night. Step 3. From then on, only use ATMs attached to one of 4 banks: BCA, BNI, Mandiri, BRI. Inside an actual branch or inside a mall. Those are the 4 names to look for on the machine. Anything standalone, anything in a convenience store in Kuta or Seminyak or Legian, anything on a side street with no bank logo, that's the polite no. Walk past it. Find a real branch. This is the single biggest move in the whole video. Step 4. When the machine asks if you want to be charged in your home currency or in Indonesian rupiahs, always pick rupiahs. Always. The home currency option is called dynamic currency conversion. The exchange rate baked into it is worse, sometimes a lot worse, than the rate your own bank will give you. The screen will sometimes make the home currency button look like the helpful, friendly choice. It isn't. Pick rupiahs every single time. Step 5. Pull out a big amount in one go. The machines that dispense 100,000 rupiah notes will let you take up to about 2.5 to 3 million rupiahs in one withdrawal. Call it 160 to 200 US dollars. Take the maximum. Every withdrawal triggers a flat fee from your home bank, usually $3 to $5, so 2 big withdrawals beat 6 small ones every time. Step 6. At the machine itself, cover the keypad with your other hand when you type your PIN, and before you put your card in, give the card slot a small wiggle. If the front panel feels loose, or there's a piece of plastic that moves when nothing else does, walk away. That's a skimmer. Use a different machine. This is the move that prevents the worst version, the one in the hook, where your account gets emptied while you're at dinner. Those 6, in that order. That's the whole thing. She lands at Ngururai at 11 at night. Before she's even out of the terminal, she finds a Mandiri machine by the baggage claim, pulls out 2.5 million rupees in one go, and walks out with cash for the next 4 or 5 days. 3 days later, she's in Seminyak, walking back from dinner, and her cash is getting low. There's a standalone ATM right outside the restaurant, glowing cheerfully. She gives it the polite no and keeps walking. 6 minutes later, she's at a BCA branch with a machine inside the lobby. She puts her card in. The screen offers to charge her in her home currency. Nice round number, helpful little flag icon next to it. She picks rupees. She covers the keypad with her left hand while she types her PIN with her right. She pulls out the maximum the machine will give her, takes her card, takes her cash, and is back at the villa in 15 minutes. The standalone box outside the restaurant might have been fine, or it might have been the $2,000 one. She'll never know, and that's the point. She didn't have to find out. One small bonus while we're here. There's a free app called ATM Fee Saver that tracks fees and withdrawal limits at machines in Indonesia specifically for foreign cards. It's worth 10 seconds of your time to install before you fly. It won't tell you which machine has a skimmer in it. Nothing will. But it will tell you which bank branch machines in your area are giving you the best limits for the smallest fees. 4 phrases. That's all you need. Machine ATM. ATM machine. Useful when you're asking someone in a shop where the nearest one is. Tarik tunai. Withdraw cash. You'll see this on the screen as the option to pick when you're choosing what kind of transaction you want. Mata uang lokal. Local currency. This is the one that matters most. When the screen offers you the home currency option versus the rupees option, the rupees option is the one labeled with some version of mata uang lokal. That's the button you press. Every time. Tanpa biaya. Without fees. Useful if you're asking a security guard or a bank teller which of the machines in the lobby is the cheaper one. 4 phrases, and the screens stop being a wall of unfamiliar Indonesian and start being a thing you can navigate. Here's the version you screenshot. Call your bank before you fly. First withdrawal inside the airport. Only BCA, BNI, Mandiri, or BRI. Always pick rupees, never home currency. Pull the maximum, not small amounts. Wiggle the card slot, cover the keypad. That's the whole video on one screen. You now know how to walk up to an ATM in Indonesia and not lose 6.5% to fees you never agreed to, and not lose $2,000 to a box on a side street while you're eating dinner. Indonesia is generous to travelers who pay attention and quietly expensive to ones who don't. The country isn't trying to catch you out. It's just running a system that nobody handed you the manual for. One more thing while you're here. You just spent 10 minutes learning that the words on those screens, mata uang lokal, tarik tunai, are the difference between a good withdrawal and a bad one. Knowing even a little Bahasa Indonesia pays you back faster than almost anything else you can do before a trip. I made a video on the best ways to learn it, including a lazy method most travelers have never heard of. There's a card popping up on screen now. Tap that, and I'll see you over there.